Hey, it's Jennifer Sparks with Afternoon in Connecticut. Today we're heading to Bradley International Airport. I'm going to be going to Las Vegas and I'm going to be showing you around. I had an early morning flight. My husband and daughter dropped me off at the airport, but there is also parking on site in nearby parking lots. I was so emotional and a little nervous, but here we go. We're walking in. This is where you're going to check your bags. I'm heading to Las Vegas for 3 weeks to work on my other channel, Traveling with Jennifer Sparks Savoy. But seeing that Bradley is in Connecticut, I'm going to put it on my Connecticut channel. If you are getting dropped off, you literally walk right through the door and you could check your bags right there. Very convenient. There was hardly any lines. Today I'm flying with Breeze. If you are checking your bag and you go to the ticket counter, it's a good opportunity for you to change your seats if you don't like what they assigned you. You drop your bags here and they put it on the conveyor belt and send it to your plane. Now this is moving along very quickly. We are already at TSA. This area is where you're going to find the bathrooms as well. I would love to take videos of the TSA screenings, but unfortunately, cameras are prohibited in this area. I have the TSA pre-check, so I was literally in line less than a minute. It's totally worth it if you travel few times a year at least. It may be worth looking into if you're a nervous traveler like I am. My biggest problem for me is getting to the airport and getting past security. Not that I have anything to hide, it's just the whole anticipation of it makes me really nervous. So I'm hoping with my video today, if you are a nervous traveler, I'm talking to you. I'm going to show you around and show you how absolutely easy Bradley Airport is. I love it. It's one of my favorite airports. No, it is definitely my favorite airport. It's just the perfect size. It's not too small and it's not too big. When you get past security, you're either going to go right or left depending on what airline you are going to be on. There are a lot of places to dine or get a quick snack, but D'Angelo's is my to-go-to. I will show you more dining opportunities throughout this video. If you want to stay by Bradley, whether you have a late flight or a very early flight, the Sheraton was like really right on site. You can see it right there. It's very, very close. If you can't find a good price there are a ton of different hotels that are very close that have shuttles as well. Bradley offers a ton of just random seating too that's just not at your gate, which I love too because I love to wander around, sometimes sit and just like watch the planes. I don't want to sit by my gate for an hour if I'm early, so I love that about Bradley, that it's not too big where you're going to get lost, but not too small where there's nowhere to go. I always go to my gate first. Even if I'm an hour early and I know I have a ton of time, I just like to know where it is. This video was taken about 7 a.m. It is August 2023. I personally always bring backup battery packs when I'm traveling, but in case you don't, they have designated charging stations at Bradley. Some airlines have charging facilities right at the seat. Breeze did. They didn't have internet, but they had charge. So it's great though, because if you get off the plane and you have to call somebody or you have to get an Uber, you still have a full charge on your phone. You are going to find stores like this in several locations at Bradley Airport. In case you forgot something, you cannot bring drinks through security. So this is a good place if you want to get a water. You could take it on the plane at that point, but you can't bring it through security. You can also buy drinks on the plane. Some airlines, drinks and snacks are complimentary. You could also find Connecticut merchandise at these stands. I hope I'm doing a good job easing your anticipation and your nerves about your upcoming flight. I know I'm a nervous wreck and I love to know before I go. I'm a mad researcher myself, so I try to make videos about videos that I would like to see. Even though Bradley is pretty small, it's an international airport and has flights. I know they have flights to Ireland. Europe is definitely on my bucket list. I haven't been there yet. Are you watching this video because you're coming to Bradley from, say, Europe or some other location, even somewhere in the US? Connecticut is awesome, and that's what my channel is about. It's all about Connecticut and all kinds of fun things to do. If you are coming here, you might want to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to show you all different towns, state parks, things to do, wineries, breweries, all that kind of fun stuff. It's been a mission of mine to get out of my own comfort zone in my town and go find places to go and take other people for the ride and the journey along the way. As you can see, if you arrive in the morning, there are plenty of places that you could grab a coffee or something to eat. This is where my gate is. Like I said before, I'm flying with Breeze. Frontier is also in this area as well. Welcome to Connecticut. Okay, we are done with this wing. Now we're going to go check out the other wing. We have some time, so I'm going to take you on a little tour. We are going back the way we came, past D'Angelo's, past security, and we're going to go check out the other side. It has a lot of international flights. It has JetBlue, Southwest, different side. Like I said, you either go left or right, and it's 2 different wings. Very, very simple. In this area, you're gonna find quick serve eateries like McDonald's and Starbucks. As far as parking at Bradley, they do have on-site parking. I've personally never used it. I usually try to get a ride from someone in my family. When I'm forced to park there, I use Park and Fly. It's not that expensive. It's so much cheaper and easier than parking in the New York airports. Should you check a bag or bring it on the plane? That is entirely up to you. Sometimes I bring the bag on the plane, but it's a pain in the butt to wheel it around, and then you have to put it in the overhead bin. But the best thing about it is when you get off the plane, you don't have to go and retrieve it, so that is entirely up to you. If you do decide to check a bag though, make sure you get to the airport earlier, because sometimes there's long lines to check the bag. Now, we talked about that you can't bring drinks on the plane, but there's certain type of food items too. Like one time they took jelly from me. I literally was in Orlando visiting my kids when they lived there, and I had bought this beautiful jar of jelly and I never even opened it, and I was like, hell, I'll take it home. They took it from me. This is really important stuff to know, guys. Jelly is considered a liquid. TSA will take that from you. Actually, it's all liquids. Liquids could only be 3.4 ounces and less. So get the travel size stuff if you want to bring it on the plane. Otherwise, they're going to take it from you. So if you want to bring anything that's bigger than that, shampoos, body lotions, shower gels, whatever, mouthwash, and you want it full size, you have to check your bags. As I'm rambling endlessly, and I'm sorry, but I hope you found that information helpful. You can see how pleasant it is over here. There's so many gates that it's just very open. Other airports that we have in Connecticut are New Haven, which is relatively pretty new. And we also have, well, it's really not us. It's technically New York, but it's right on the Connecticut border. We have White Plains, Westchester. Both those airports are much smaller. I prefer Bradley personally. I like the small airports. They're easy to navigate. But when there's planes that are late, and especially if it's yours, you could be in there for a long time and it's very small. It could cause a gridlock situation where sometimes it's hard to find a place to stand, never mind sit. Okay, I'm gonna be heading back over to my gate. I wanna find something to eat because I have a 5-hour flight to Vegas, and sometimes that just breaks up the flight a little bit if I bring a sandwich on the plane with me and something to drink. As far as alcohol goes, surprisingly, you can bring alcohol through security, but they have to be those little small nips, they call those, the really tiny bottles that you see like when you go to a liquor store, they're at the counter. You could bring those, but you're not supposed to drink those on the plane though, but they do allow you to bring those through. All liquids should be, I always forget to do this, concealed in a plastic Ziploc bag. If you're watching this because you're kind of nervous about an upcoming flight, another thing I could recommend is kind of going away from the crowds. Like everybody's at the gate. I'm not. That helps me, go take a walk, go sit somewhere else. I'm gonna go grab my sandwich now. We're at D'Angelo's. I'm gonna get a chicken salad sandwich for the flight. And then I sit and I watch everybody get in line, and everybody boards the plane, and then they get stuck in the little gangway there waiting to get on the plane, and I just kind of sit and I wait, and then I get in line towards the back and I just wait and I watch everybody get on, and then when the time is right, I don't want to be too late, I don't want anybody waiting for me, but I just kind of like the last one on the plane. I will be publishing this flight with Breeze on my other channel, Traveling with Jennifer Sparks Savoy, if you want to see how the flight was.
Sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. Thanks for playing Breeze. Let's go flying, guys.
This is your your host and your tour guide, Jennifer Sparks with Afternoon Connecticut. It's been a pleasure hanging with you at Bradley International Airport. Make sure you book that trip and you go fly. Safe travels to you.